Thank you for clicking on this video. In this video, we will be looking at 10 questions that you'll expect to get in your Kpsea paper 1 maths. We will be looking at 10 questions. Okay. So we'll start now. Each question I will expect you to do, and then I'll run through. So you'll be pausing the video, you do the question, and then I run through for you. Okay. Paper 1 questions are never that hard. They are never very difficult. So we'll get started. I want you to pause the video now and do question 1 and question 2. Then I'll run through them. Do question 1 and question 2. Pause the video right now. Okay, so I hope that you pause the video and done question 1 and question 2. Now, when you do question 2, we are adding fractions. You can add the whole numbers first. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then you can add the fractions now. We can have 3 over 5 plus 1 over 10. Okay. Now, when you add these fractions, you only add fractions if the bottom numbers, the denominators are the same. So we can double this to give us 10, and we can double this to give us 6. So 6 over 10 is equivalent to 3 over 5. And now we can add it, the 1 over 10, before adding the 6 that we had. So when we add this, because the bottom numbers are the same, we can now add the top one. Only you never add the bottom numbers. You never add the denominators. So this is what we have. So we're going to have 6 and 7 over 10. So the answer should be the first one. That's the total we have. Okay. So if you got A, give yourself a tick on that. Question 2 says, a shopkeeper sold 120 kilogram of sugar on Monday and 180 kilogram on Tuesday. What is the total in tons? So this is the gentleman that is selling sugar. Selling a lot, you know. So one day he sold 120, and another day he sold 180. To get the total, we can add. So this is 0. 2 plus 8 is 10, carry 1. That's going to be 3. But this is 300 kilogram. Okay. Now, to change this into ton, we know that 1 ton is always 1,000 kilogram. Okay. Is always 1,000 grams, 1,000 kilogram. So what we need to do now is to work out what this is going to be. Now let's pretend that I had 3,000 kilogram. This 3,000 kilogram would have been 3 tons. That would have been 3 tons. That's what it would have been. However, it's as if this is 10 times less, which means we are dividing by 10. It's like we have divided this one by 10. That means we need to divide this one also by 10. Now, when you divide 3 by 10, this is how to look at it. Think of 3 as 3.0 and you divide it by 10. If you divide by 10 and there's only 1 0 here, as you can see, the decimal point always move this side once because it's only 1 0. So the answer will be 0.30, which we can write as 0.3 tons. Do you see that? Another quick way of doing it is like this. We know that 1 ton is 1,000 kilograms. Okay? To work out what 300 kilogram is, what we need to do is this. To change it from 1 to 1,000, we will have times by 1,000. But because we are changing from kilogram back to ton, we will now do the opposite, which is divide by 1,000. So we need to divide this by 1,000. So when you divide this one by 1,000, see what is going to happen. The decimal point is always at the end, but this is going to jump once, twice, and 3 times to give us point something. So we're going to have 0.3 something. You can put 0 there if you want. So 0.3 blah, blah, blah. You see this? So this is the answer to that. Okay, so question 1 was A and question 2 is B. Now we're going to go to question 3. So pause the video and try question 3 and question 4. Pause the video and try question 3 and question 4. Okay, now question 3 is talking about perimeter. The first thing with a question like this is to make a sketch. The perimeter of the rectangle is 60 meters. They say the length is 20 meters. Put that in, but we do not know what the width is. What we know is that this should also be 20 as well, but this is also the width. So when we add all these numbers together, we should get 60, because perimeter means you add everything. So far, I've got 20 plus 20, which is going to give me 50. It's going to give me 40. If I add something, that should give me 60. So that something will be 20. This 20, you'll share it between this W and that W. So it's going to be 10, 10. So that means that this one will have to be 10 and this one 10 as well. But we just write 10 because they just want what one width is. Question 4, it says a car travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours. What is its average speed? Now, think of it this way. In 3 hours, the car does 180 kilometers. When they say average speed, they want to see what it does in 1 hour. So we need to divide this one by 3. So you just do 180 divided by 3, and that will give you 60 kilometers. So the average speed is going to be 60 kilometers per hour. You just divide distance divided by time, and that will give you 60. So the answer is C on that. Okay. Question 5. Question 5. Pause the video and try question 5. Pause the video right now and try question 5. All right. I hope you pause the video and tried question 5 and question 6. Question 5 says the average number of pencils sold is 35, this and this. What they're asking us to find the mean, that's what they meant. So when they say average is like finding the mean in a pack. So one pack had 35, one pack had 45, another pack had 30, another one pack 40. So what is the average per pack? So the average means the mean. What do? You add them. So you do 35 plus 40, which is 80. 80 plus 30 is 110. 110 plus 40 is going to be 150. Now this 150 we divide by how many packs there are, and that should give us 30. So we have 1, 2, actually there are 4. There are only 4. Sorry about that. So there are only 4. So we're going to divide 150 by 4. Now, to divide 150 by 4, you half it and half it again. Or you can just put the division method like this, and then you try it. So 4 goes into 15 how many times? It goes in 15 3 times. And that remains what? 30. 3, which is 30 now. 4 into 30 would be 7 times, which is 28. Remainder what? Remainder 2. And then you put a decimal now. If there's a remainder, then put a decimal, and then we add 0 there. And 4 into 20 is going to be 5. So the answer is 37.5. Now, 1 liter is always 1,000 milliliters, so this is going to be 5,000. Remember, 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. It's 1,000 milliliters. 1,000 milliliters. Okay. Now let's look at question 6. Let's look at question 6. I think I forgot question 7. Let's look at question 7 and 8. I would like you to pause the video and try question 7 and question 8. Pause the video and try question 7 and question 8 now. Okay. So there you are now. So what they are saying here is that if you think of a number, 3 lots of a number add 7 is 19. That's what the question is saying. Just think of this number. So 3 lots of a number, or 3 times a number, add 7 is 19. This 3 lots of a number has to be 12, isn't it? Because 12 plus 7 is 19. Think of it like that. Or you can take away. You do 19, take away 7, and that gives you 12. But this 12 is 3 lots of a number. So what is that number? The number has to be 4, isn't it? Because 4 plus another 4 plus another 4, 3 times is 12, and 12 plus 7 is 19. So the answer is going to be 4. Okay. Let's go to question 8. Question 8 says, find the area of 15 meter by 8 meter garden. Again, the first thing you need to do with a question like this, you want to sketch it. The length is 15 meters and the width is 8 meters. What do you do with a case like this? You multiply them. The area of a rectangle is always length times by the width. The length is 15 and the width is 8. If you multiply them, let's multiply them. 8 times 5 is 40, right? 0, you carry 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4 is 12. So the answer should be 120 meter square. 120 meter square. Let's look at question 9. Let's look at question 9. Pause the video and try question 9. So I hope that you pause the video and try question 9. Now, somebody bought this stereo here, this radio here, and then sold it later. He bought it for 3,000 Kenyan shillings. Okay, so 3,000, this money. So 3,000 Kenyan shillings and sold it for 3,600 Kenyan shillings. So let's work out how much money he made. How much money you make when you sell things that you bought is the profit. And that's going to be 3,600. Take away the 3,000 you used to buy it. So this person had made 600 Kenya shillings. If I want to work out the percentage profit, that's what the question is asking, then I'll get the profit, which is 600, all over the amount of money you spent on it. Then I simplify this, then I change the percentage. When you simplify this, these zeros can cancel like that. And these zeros can cancel like that. Or you divide by 100, that will cancel that. And then this 6 can go here 1, and this can go here 5 times. All right, so the fraction is 1/5. We can change this one to percentage by changing the bottom one to percentage, to 100. So think about how to change 5 to 100 by timesing. You should have times by 20. So you times that by 20, and the answer is going to be 20%. Okay? So the answer is going to be 20%. That's how much profit he made. So 20% of this is 600. Now we do the last question, which is question 10. Let's do the last question, which is question 10. Question 10 says, a pupil leaves at 7:30 a.m. and arrives at 8:15 a.m. How long? So he left at 7:30, left the house at 7:30 and went and arrived at school or wherever he was going at 8:15. Now let's think about this way. Let's do this up to 8 o'clock first, and then we do it up to 8:15. So we break it into chunks like that. So how long is that and how long is that? Okay. Now, 7:30 to 8 o'clock is 30 minutes, isn't it? Because it's half past. That's going to be 30 minutes. And then 8:00 to 8:15 is 15 minutes. And then all we need to do is to add them. So if we add 30 plus 15, the answer is going to be 45. So this pupil took 45 minutes. All right. That's how to do that one. Because I hope that you paused the video. I hope that you marked everything and you got them clear. So these are the answers. 1 or 2 of them might not be correct. So sometimes I don't normally look at them. I just go do it by myself. But if these ones are all correct, then these are the answers. But I hope you've been marking them as I was going through them. I hope you've been marking them as I was going through. All right. Thank you so much for today.